Hey guys, this is lesson 5.1 called Model Factors. Our essential question is, how can you use models to find factors? Alright, so first of all we got to figure out what is a factor. A factor is a number multiplied by another number to find a product. And remember, product means answer. Every whole number greater than 1 has at least two factors, that number and 1. Okay? So we're going to take a look at these numbers right here. You have 18 equals 1 times 18. Well, the 1 and the 18 are both factors to our answer, our product. Same here. 7 and 1 are both factors to our product of 7. We have factor times factor equals product. So 1 times 342 is 342. So this is a factor and this is a factor. Many numbers can be broken into factors in different ways. So you could have 1 and 16 are both factors of 16. You have 4 times 4, those are both factors of 16. And then you have 2 and you have 8 are both factors of 16. All different ways to use multiplication to get to 16. So we had an 8, a 2, a 4, and 16 and 1. So those are all the different types of factors that you can use to get to your product of 16. Alright, so we're going to go to our activity. Model and record the factors of 24. So now, instead of 16, we're trying to think of what factors can I make to get to 24. So what times what is 24? Well, they give us one down here so far. They say use all 24 tiles to make as many different arrays as you can. Record the arrays in grid and write the factors modeled. So this one right here is 2 times 12 equals 24. So your factors would be 2 and it would be 12. Okay, so then they came down here and they made an array by that. So a 2 by 12 is made 2 up and then 12 across. So we have a 2 by 12. So then we know that there's 24 squares on the inside of that. Okay, then we're going to try and think of another way to get to 24. 1 times 24 is 24. So I'm going to come down here and write 1 times 24 is 24, and then I have to make an array to go with that. Okay, so I'm only going to go one block down, and then I'm going to count 24 squares across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, that's not perfect, but you guys get the gist. Okay, we have a 1 by 24. Okay, that's just another way. Another way to get to 24 using your factors would be 3 times 8 is 24. Okay, so I got to make an array of 3 by 8. So I'm going to come over here, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go 8 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so inside I have a 3 by 24, and I have 24 on the inside. Oh, excuse me. I meant to say 3 by 8. I have a 3 by 8 and 24 squares on the inside of that. Okay, and then another way that you can get to 24 is 4 times 6. Okay, 4 times 6 is 24, so both 4 and 6 are factors of 24. Remember, factor times factor equals product. So I'm going to come over here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 6 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, a 4 by 6. 24 on the inside. Alright, so now I need to take a look and put all my factors down. I had 1 and 24, and then I had 3 and 8, and then I had 4 and 6. Okay, so then I'm going to take the factors of 24 and put them from least to greatest. So I'm going to put these factors that I have in black in order. Okay, so I'm going to start with 1. And then I went up here and I saw that I had a 2. I can use a 2 to get to 24. I can use a 3 to get to 24. I can use a 4 to get to the number 24. I can use a 6 to get to the number 24. I can use the number 8. And I can use the number 12. Whoops. Yep, 12 to 24. And then I can also use the number itself. So I'm going to put 24 up there. Okay, so all these numbers are factors of 24 because I can use them to get to my answer or my product here. Okay, two factors that make a product are sometimes called a factor pair. How many factor pairs does 24 have? Okay, so you can, we'll just take a look at here. So we have 1 and 24. Okay, I have 1 and 24 as a pair. I have 3 and 8 as a pair, 4 and 6 as a pair, and 2 and 12 as a pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I can make 4 factor pairs, and from explaining that, you can show arrays as 12 rows of 2 and 8 rows, of 3 and 6 rows, of 4 and 24 rows of 1. Okay, so I'm not going to, you don't have to explain there. I just put how many factor pairs that we have, which was 4. Alright, so let's go on to the next page. Use the arrays to name the factors of 12. Okay, so we're going to use these arrays, so these drawings, just like I built on this other page here, we're going to use those to figure out the factors of 12. So let's take a look at this one. We have 1 square, and then we go across by 12. So this one would be a 1 by 12. Okay, let's go to the next one. We have 1, 2, 3, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So a 3 by 4, or 3 times 4 is 12. And this last one, 1, 2, a 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 2 times 6 is 12. Alright, so the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12 itself. And if they were to ask how many factor pairs that they had, that's a factor pair, that's a factor pair, and that's a factor pair there. So there's 3 different factor pairs for 12. But the numbers that you use that you can get to 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and then 12 itself. Okay? Alright, the next part. Use tiles to find all factors of the products. Record arrays and write the factors shown. Alright, so sometimes you're going to run into numbers like 5. Now, if you can think, there's no other factor pairs or factors that you can get to 5 unless you go 5 times 1. There's nothing else that you can use to get to 5. 2 times 2 is 4, and then 2 times 3 is 6. I mean, it goes over it. So sometimes you're going to get numbers, and they are only going to use the number 1 in itself. So in that case, that's what we got. So we can only make a 1 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's a 1 by 5. So then my factors would be 1 and 5. Okay? Alright, let's go down to number 3, 20. Now this is a little different case. You know that you can use different ways to get to 20 by using multiplication. The easiest one that you can always start off is a 1 by 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so there's a 1 by 20, and yes, I know that's not perfect. A 1 by 20. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to write 1 and 20 on the line. Okay, let's see what else. What else can I take times to get to 20? What times what is 20? Okay, so I can use 2 times 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Okay, a 2 by 10, 2 times 10 is 20. Okay, so I'm going to also write 2, and I'm going to write 10, because I use those two to get to 20. And then the last thing that I can think of is 4 times 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, a 4 by 5, because 4 times 5 is 20. So I'm going to write 4, and I'm going to write 5 down. Alright, and the last one is 25. So we got to think what times what is 25. We know that 1 and 25, 1 in itself are factors, so I'm going to make a 1 by 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so that line right there is a 1 by 25. Okay, and then what else is, what times what is 25? Okay, my other one is 5 times 5. Now I don't have to put 5 in there twice because I used it itself. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I just made a 5 by 5. Okay, so there's 25 in here, and then there's 25 little dots right there. So my factors are 1, 5, and 25. Alright, let's go to the next page. Practice. Copy and solve. Use tiles to find all the factors of the product. Record the arrays on a grid paper and write the factors. Alright, so for the number 9, so I'm just going to insert a page here. Oops. Alright, so if my number is the number 9, I need to think of what times what is 9. Okay, I always know that 9 times 1 equals 9, so that's one way. Then I know that 3 times 3 equals 9, so that's another way. So then that's it. There's nothing else. What times what equals 9, or factor times factor equals 9. So I'm going to pull my numbers out of here. So I used 1, I used 3, and I used 9 itself to get to 9. So come back on your paper and write 1, 3, and 9. Okay. Like I said, you can go pull some tiles if you want, so if you need some help with that, or just grid paper too. That's a good one. That will help you. Alright, then we have the number 21. 21 times 1 is 21, and then 7 times 3 equals 21, and then there's nothing else that you can use to get to 21. So my factors out of there would be 1, 3, 7, and 21 itself. Okay, so all these numbers I can use to get to 21. And this is why it's really important to know your facts, because then it's not so hard. If you know your facts, then it's not so hard to think about all the different factors you can use to get to your your product. Okay, and then we have 17. 1 times 17. And then can you think of anything else that you can take to get to 17? Well, hopefully not, because nothing that you can take or anything else, any other options is going to give you 17. So we're going to come over here and we're just going to put 1 and 17. Okay? Alright, then the last number is an 18. Okay, 1 times 18. Sorry if you can hear some rumbling in the background. That's just my dog trying to eat a water bottle. No. Okay, for this one, there's a lot of different ways. So we'll start with 1 times 18 equals 18. Then we'll go to 2 times 9 equals 18. Then, let's see, 3 times 6 equals 18, and I think that's it. Yes. So my ones where that would be 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and then 18 itself. Okay, see where I'm pulling all these numbers from? 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and then 18 itself. Okay? So I'm going to write those down here. 1, 2, 3, 6. No, not. Sorry. 6 and 9 and 18. Okay? Alright, and the next one says Pablo is using 36 tiles to make a patio. Can he arrange the tiles in another way and show the same factors? Draw a quick picture and explain. Alright, so if we look at Pablo's tiles over here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. A 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we have a 4 by 9 as our array. And that equals 4 times 9 is a total of 36 tiles. So they're asking us, can he arrange these tiles in a different way using the same factors? So right now we have 4 on the top and we have 9 on the side. So if we were to draw it like this, and have 4 on this, a 4 by 9, because what's the difference? 4 times 9 is 36, and also 9 times 4 is 36, so we would be using the same factors, but just rearranging them another way. So in this one we would have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the top we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so and then we would still have a total of 36 in there. Alright, so we're not going to do any of these ones. We're going to go on to the next page. Not going to do any of those. And we're going to jump right to our homework, okay? So the main thing you guys need to remember here is factor times factor equals our product. And also sometime you're going to find out that this is also known as a multiple, okay? Alright, so for the first one, they give you an example. They give you 15. They want you to list all the factors of that product, which is 15. So what they did is what I was doing on this page is I was writing them all out so you can see where they come from. So do that here too. So they used 1 times 15 is 15, then they did 3 times 5 is 15, and then they put them in order from least to greatest. Okay, so we can do number 30 together here. So we have to think of the easiest thing that we can do right away is 1 times 30 equals 30. Okay, then 3 times 10 is 30. Is there anything else that you can think of? 5 times 6 is 30. Let's see, 15 times 2 is 30. And what else is 15? I think I got them all. Alright, so then on the bottom of that, or just somewhere close to that problem, list in order from least to greatest all the factors. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, and then 30 itself. Okay? So what I want you to do, I don't know why these always come up. Now that I got my pen working. What I want you to do is I want you to do numbers 2 through, let's go 2 through 2 through, we'll go all of them, 2 through 8, because this will help you with your multiplication. Do number 9. You don't have to do number 11 or 10. But then I want you to do all the problems on the back. Okay? Alright. If you have any questions, go back and watch the video. Otherwise, come find me to ask the questions. Alright, thanks. Bye.